And welcome to SanfordFlipMath, the Meet the Teacher Night version. I'm Mr. Sanford, and just giving you a little bit of background about who I am, how the class is going to run for PreCalculus. So this is, again, PreCalculus, and there's a little view of the room since we can't do that for real. And here we go. A little background about me. So I've been teaching, this is the beginning of year 33 for me. Taught everything from pre-algebra all the way through AP Stat, AP Calculus, everything in between over the years. Started my career at Renaissance High School in Detroit for about 10 years, taught at Lathrop for about 9 years, and I've been at the U ever since 2008 when we opened the door. It's more specifically about pre-calculus. That's what the book will look like, or does look like. Students have books already, and they have online access if they were able to make that work. We've run into a few little issues with that, but we're sorting that out. So a little bit about how things are going to go on the regular. We will have assignments daily, and many times it's 2 assignments. I teach pre-calc and calc in what's referred to as flipping the classroom. So to try and do that in a nutshell, your typical math classroom, the teacher kind of lectures, and we do examples and have some interaction in class, take some notes, and then go home and do homework to practice. Well, I take those 2 things and I swap them. So I'm going to be coming to your dining room table in the evenings. Okay, not really in physical form, but I have a YouTube channel called SanfordFlipMath, and every lesson for pre-calculus is on that channel in a playlist. And we're going to be going through the teaching stuff. The lecture part of the class will happen on their own. And then we come into the room during class and maybe do a quick recap, answer a couple questions, and hopefully the majority of the time is for them to do work on what would have been homework. And so the whole idea is that instead of them being frustrated at home all alone, they have somebody they're sitting next to that maybe understands, and they can kind of bounce ideas off each other. And then obviously if that doesn't work, then I'm in the room so I can actually come and talk to them. Or if everybody seems to be having the same problem, I can interrupt the class and say, hey, can we talk about number 17 or whatever to sort that out. So flipping the classroom, it is part of their homework to watch videos, take notes. And so most days, if you're looking at Schoology, most days they're going to have a notes assignment and a classwork or homework assignment, book assignment due on those days as well. So most days it's going to be 2 assignments per day. So it's just like if we were teaching in a lecture format in the room, it's just I'm actually checking in those notes to help hold them accountable for actually doing the video stuff. So assignments will be 20% of the grade. And they are graded based on whether they're done. It's not graded based on, did you get 17 correct out of the 20 problems, so therefore you have an 85. Yeah, that's not how we're going to roll. It's just credit for doing the practice. This is their opportunity to make mistakes, to learn from them, to sort things out, check them, figure out, okay, ask questions, all that kind of stuff, feedback, right? We will be doing quizzes. The vast majority of those quizzes will be group quizzes, meaning they're going to work in set of 2, 3, 4 students, and each of them will have a paper. But as they're working, they can actually discuss anything on the quiz they want. Now, the catch is that they need to be invested in what is going on the other people's papers so that their grade doesn't suffer. So I will actually take those papers, they get shuffled, and the paper that lands on the top is the one that's going to get graded for that whole group, for those 3, 4 students, 2, 3 students, whatever. So there's a huge push for them to help each other understand. So that's a good thing. The whole hearing these mathematical conversations is just awesome. Hearing that growth is great. So at the end of the card marking, I will drop the lowest quiz, so that way it's not affecting the grade. But generally they're good because they talk to each other. So 10% of the grade. I consider both of those topics, both of those categories formative. In other words, those are part of the learning process for getting the math. Those are not really how I'm evaluating. So I know I'm calling it a quiz for that 10% of the grade, but that's really not to evaluate. That's more for feedback. That's more as a checkpoint. That's more as a fill in your knowledge tool. So that's not for evaluating. Okay, so this is all formative in the formation of their knowledge. Okay, so the summative, the evaluation side of it is tests. We will have a couple of projects throughout the year, but not heavily projects. Yes, some projects, but not a lot. So most of the evaluation, most of the assessment part of the grade is going to be tests, and plan on a couple per card marking. We might have one that's one card marking that's 3, but it's probably going to be a couple of tests per. Okay. All right, and just so you kind of have an idea of where everything is, my email is martin.sanford@southdaleK12.org. It's the same setup that we have for the whole district. First name dot last name, blah blah blah. The YouTube channel is called SanfordFlipMath, and so that's the link if you were wanting to go and check things out. In fact, there's a little screenshot, and there's some students. Those are actually 2012 students. Isn't that fun? They've been around for a while. And Schoology.com, and I just want to encourage you to pop into Schoology weekly. I don't mean WEAK. I mean WEE. So I would pick a day. I'm not telling you how to do your job, but I'm just saying this seems to work. Pick a day of the week, and just every week, that's your day to pop into Schoology. I don't think it's worth popping in every single day, because then you're freaking out about every little thing. I don't think that's worth it. I would say, and I don't recommend relying only on the emails, because I believe they're more of a summary. I don't think they give you the nitty gritty. So I would pop into Real Schoology. Pick your day on Thursday. Every Thursday, I'm going to pop into Schoology, or whatever your day is. Monday, Friday, too much stress. Okay, Sunday it is. Okay, whatever. I don't care. Pop in and look at how things are going. If there's something that freaks you out, then that's the perfect time to have a conversation with your student. What's going on? If you don't have your own login, well, 2 things. One, you should be able to have your own login. There's an access code that I could give you. Or honestly, I think it's really powerful to go on with your student and have your students say, log into Schoology, let's go look at grades. It's that time of the week, and you look over their shoulder and you look and you talk about it. It's the perfect opportunity to have a conversation about how the grades are going. Okay, because you have this access, there won't be 1,000 emails from me about every little assignment. It's just not going to happen. So please pop into Schoology and see how things are going. If you have a question and it's not being settled between you and your student, then obviously please email me. Please feel very comfortable emailing me. I'm happy to answer whatever questions I can possibly answer. So it has been lovely chatting with you, quick as it is. Not nearly as fun as meeting you face to face in the room, but this is what we can do. And I appreciate it. Again, if you have any questions, please feel free to email me. In SanfordFlipMath out. Back.